Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This time we're going to be reacting to the patch notes. Patch notes are, well, they're being revealed. They're not exactly out in Legends of Runeterra quite yet, but let's take a look. Alright, before we even look any further, guesses. Twisted Fate nerfs. Fizz nerfs. So, probably not. I hope for Fizz. It's probably not gonna happen. Then there is Ophelio nerfs. That's almost guaranteed to happen. And maybe some buffs to some of the newer champions. Like, new champion needs to be buffed. Jarvan. Maybe LeBlanc buffs? We'll see. Let's take a look. Alright. I've seen you draw 8 cards, and now I've seen you draw 9 cards. Makes his level up slightly harder to get. Pretty good. Honestly, I can't tell you how many times just like I'm going in for removal on Twisted Fate. Right? I'm going in on removal for Twisted Fate. And they have just enough draw at burst speed to level him up. This will make it less so. And that's good. Fiora! Fiora got nerfed? What? I mean, I guess if you think about it. Yeah. I mean, Fiora Shen in particular has been a menace ever since the beginning. Like, it's always been a solid meta deck, Fiora Shen. It's always been very solid. Yeah, I guess it makes sense to hit the Fiora because it's like we've seen Fiora Shen a lot. Yeah, and oh yeah, and I forgot Golden Ages. Yeah, and Shamira's region weakness again. Oh yeah, Shurima is so weak against Fiora. It's not even funny how weak Shurima is to Fiora. Like Sand Soldiers as a concept? Forget about it. She just jump blocks them and then levels up and kills your Nexus with her level up ability. Yeah, okay, I can see why they did that. Yeah, she's sort of a blockade for the new region that they want to show off. I think it's a fair nerf then. Okay, J4 gets +1/+1, right? Yeah. +1/+1. I don't know how much. I mean, it's actually a big deal. Like, they didn't need to increase the damage. What they really need to increase was the health. The health here is the biggest deal, because now Brittle Steel does not counter this card. A 1-mana burst speed card from Freljord could counter this card super efficiently. And I mean, J4 has some other problems like being hard to level up, and that'll remain the same. But at least he's a little bit more of a threat, right? Yeah, he's a little bit more of a threat. Oh, J4 and Shyvana buffs, and what? Can't believe they've done this. Why have you taken away? I mean, you've added Fury. Yay. Why did you take away her power? Just compare Shyvana. Just compare Shyvana with Renekton for a moment. For a moment. Compare Renekton to Shyvana. He has a base keyword and is 4/4. He has Overwhelm. Overwhelm is arguably a better keyword than Fury. I would argue is Overwhelm is like the best keyword, depending on your stat line. And he has a very similar ability. Of course, he gets +2/+1, but then he needs to challenge something. Get it? But given the region he's in, he can do that quite easily. And then you compare it to this. It's not even that, like, it's because she's named a dragon. Because Renekton is named Ascended. He has that Ascended synergy going on. So I don't. Why do you take it? They better buff up this power again. In the Riot, if you're watching this, you're probably not, but if you're listening, buff this back up. All right, buff her attack again. Because honestly, the Silverfire is completely comparable. Because Silverfire is a 4-mana 4/4 with Fury. Why is Shyvana base stats weaker than Silverfire? Why? Sorry, I want to keep ranting on Shyvana. I need to move on. I'm still gonna combine these two buffs. Don't get me wrong, I'm combining these two buffs, but I ain't happy about it. All right, Lulu gets +1 attack. All right. I mean, she attacks better, and as she actually has a actual solid base stat line now. I mean, 3/3 is infinitely better than a 2/3. But yeah, support archetype needs some work. That's all I say. It needs some new cards and maybe some reworks to some of the current cards in order to be good. So I mean, like, buffs to Ionia are welcome, because Ionia is by far the worst region right now. I see those. Pick a card. Why is it 2? Because it draws 2. Okay. Actually, I was actually thinking about this nerf. I was actually thinking about it. It's like, okay, nerfs to TF. Pick a card. Just nerf pick a card. And I guess this is, I mean, I was thinking 3 mana, draw 2. Because that's still really strong. But 2 mana, draw 2 is still really good, too. It keeps it... I mean, you might actually run this in more aggressive decks now. Heck, you might even run this with... yeah, you might run this with Jinx. This could be a discard aggro card now that its cost is reduced. It'd be exciting. Alright. Wiggly, Bubblefish, the nerf. -1 power. We all saw it coming a mile away. We all saw it coming. It was elusive and it had 3 attack. And if you've known anything about previous balance patches with elusives, then you know that the best way to nerf them is to take their power down a notch. They did that with Monk, a Solitary Monk. They did that with a Shadow Assassin. And I'm sure they've done it. I'm not recalling it, but there's other elusives that they nerfed their power and their health. There. Just taking away some stats from the elusives to make them more balanced. Draggers! I actually played it deep like a couple days ago. Yeah, deep, man. And of course, this is huge. The Dreadway going from 9 to 8. Actually, you can get Dreadway off of Ice Pillar now. Getting Dreadway off of Ice Pillar, that sounds pretty cool. Pretty neat right there. Gosh, just thinking about it. You level up Trundle, and you get the Dreadway, and the vulnerability is still there on the strongest unit. And so then you just attack with Trundle. Oh my. Whew. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing that deck. Ice Pillar getting Dreadway. That's just, it's just too good. And of course it's less beefy as a result. But it's whatever. It's like 6 health, which is really 6 health is just good. Speak of Shadow Assassin, they flipped around our stats. Alright, same base stat total, but now be a little bit more aggressive. Get a little bit more chip damage in. I like it. Okay, guide. 4 mana 3/4 is a decent stat line, and then you get the elusive. I mean, it ain't gonna part the ocean and make waves, but it's all right. It's all right. Legion Rearguard, yes, the meme. The meme has come full circle. A Legion Rearguard is no longer 3-1. Given that Shurima got a 1-mana 3-1 that can block, it only makes sense that Legion Rearguard regains his past 1 health. And Noxus could use a little bit more aggressive 1-drops. So Legion Rearguard is here. Nice. Scarab gets +1/+1. They really want to push deep. And I'm for it because they added treasures. Adding treasures into your deck and then having like mill machines to get those treasures, that is a beautiful concept. I like the direction they're going with deep. Because before, deep was just like big hardy boys. But now we got some interesting things like treasure chest. And sea eggs or whatever they're called. Esteemed Hierophant, a 3-mana 3/4 is a Badger Bear stat line. When I'm summoning advance your okay, the advance it 3 instead of 2. I don't know if you noticed, but this card has been cut from a lot of some Sundust decks. So does this make a difference? Probably not. Probably not. But we'll see. Bone Crusher, a card that I didn't even think about. Honestly, plus 1 health? Plus 1 health. Does that make a difference? It definitely does. 4 health on 4 is good. 4 health, 6/4 with no... I mean, it definitely is pretty loaded on the stat side, but turn 4 is like the breaking point of where stats really mattered. But these are pretty good. Like the 4 health is amazing, and 6 attack is actually, I mean, you could, yeah. I can see this card actually making it into some decks like Sivir LeBlanc. Yeah, it could work. It definitely works better with Sivir now. Because it's like an alternative 4-drop play. I like it. Look at the weapon nerfs. Aphelios nerfs. Woo! Yes, all the weapons are going +1 mana, which makes sense because Veil Temple would just discount, basically give you free weapons because it gave you back 2 mana. Which was absurd. It was absurd. But now they're 3. Now there's more commitment for this mana. I like it. I like it. Okay, and Gifts from Beyond. Okay, so they're keeping it the same mana cost. In total. That's fine. Actually, in some decks, wow, this actually still works very well with that regen buff deck that I made. With Braum and Trundle. I might have to make that deck again. That's a fun deck. Veiled Temple no longer gives health. Yep, siree. Now you're more encouraged to put this on, like, give this buff to quick attack and overwhelm units or some other unit that benefits from getting plus attack. And that could do. I mean, now you don't just run Temple and everything, right? It's very similar to Grand Plaza. The nerf they give. It's the exact same nerf they gave to Grand Plaza, and I think it was very fitting. I think this is very fitting. That's a very nice board. Oh. Oh my god. The Earth event. Oh my god. Okay, I'm excited. Excited for the Earth event by itself. But I think that's everything. Well, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed my gut reaction and thoughts to some of these changes. I'm looking forward to building new decks around these buffs and changes, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye.